Good afternoon. Welcome to the BBC News at 1. A key measure of the health of the UK economy has fallen sharply in the weeks after the vote to leave the European Union. The Purchasing Managers' Index, which looks at both manufacturing and the service sector, recorded its worst reading since March 2009, which was during the global economic recession. The Chancellor, Philip Hammond, speaking before the data was released, said Britain's economic policy might have to be reset in light of the Brexit vote. Here's our economics correspondent, Andy Verity.
If you want to know what's happening to an economy, ask the companies. At firms like this Crawley-based manufacturer of aircraft seats, someone has to decide what supplies they need to buy to meet the orders coming in from customers, the purchasing managers. If the economy takes a dive and orders start drying up, those purchasing managers will be the first to know. In the last 10 days, they've reported the weakest orders since the recession of 7 years ago.
The only other times that we've seen this index fall to these low levels was the global financial crisis of 2008-2009, the bursting of the dot-com bubble, and the 1998 Asian financial crisis. The difference this time is that it's all entirely homegrown, which suggests the impact could be greater on the UK economy than before.
The Purchasing Managers' Index, shown here as a dark blue line, has often shown what's happening to the broader economy before the official numbers on the size of the economy, known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP, shown here in pale blue. It's closely watched. It was these figures back in 2009 that first gave us an idea of just how bad the economy was back then. What they do is they measure a company's orders coming into the company and the output, the goods going out. Anything less than 50 is negative. And what they're showing now is they've gone from 52 down to 47. That's a big drop. The new Chancellor of the Exchequer just spent hours sitting on one of these on the way to China, hoping to forge trade links that should boost the orders of firms back home. Before he'd even seen the latest figures, he said the government's whole economic policy might need changing.
The unexpected nature of the decision on June 23rd has caused some turbulence in markets, and we have the tools necessary to respond to that, to reset fiscal policy if we deem it necessary.
Exporters may be getting a boost amid this downturn from the stricken pound.
Well, perversely in the short term, I think the weakening of the pound is going to help me. We're an exporter, 95% export, so our seats have got about 9% cheaper in the last month, so probably near term it's good for us.
The poor economic signs post-Brexit may or may not be short-lived. We can only wait for further figures to find out. Andy Verity, BBC News.